Good evening from Croton Memorial Stadium in Fairbanks, Alaska. It's Ventura County Pirates baseball playing the Alaska Goldpanners of Fairbanks. And Ventura County Pirates baseball is brought to you by The Answer is Yes. Find out if you qualify for a refund from fraudulent credit card transaction fees. Call 760-685-5813. WFG Insurance. Need life insurance? Income tax returns? Call Cassidy Eden or Loosed Hours at 562-266-7024. Along with Alex Rommel, I'm Loosed Hours, and welcome to cloudy July here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Game 2 of this terrific barnstorming tour with the Ventura County Pirates and the Alaska Goldpanners. But first, let's stand up, tip our caps for the national anthem.
At this time, we ask you please rock and move half. And on America with the singing of our national anthem. Our national anthem will be sung tonight by Judah.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleam, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies' red glare, the bombs bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And what a way to kick off Game 2 of this twilight doubleheader in Fairbanks, Alaska, between the visiting Ventura County Pirates and the hometown Alaska Goldpanners. Good evening again, once again from Fairbanks, along with Alex Rommel. I'm Loosed Hours, and Game 1 was kind of a dud, but let's hope that the Pirates can come back and split this series.
Yeah, it was an unfortunate result for the Pirates in Game 1, losing 6-3, but 5 of those Alaska runs came in the first inning. Now, of course, 2 came from the Pirates in that first inning as well, but after the game, it was great pitching. Joseph Perez and Spencer Johnson came in relief. They were very, very good out there for VC, so hopefully a bit of a shakeup in the lineup, some more familiarity with what it's like to play here in Fairbanks, more reps in the field. It could all go better for Ventura County.
And let's go over the starting lineups for the Ventura County Pirates as they're doing a ceremonial first pitch here in Fairbanks. Leading off and playing in center field, it's Ethan Kennedy, followed by the shortstop, DJ Akayama. Then it'll be the first baseman, Gabe Juarez, who put on a batting practice thrilling show yesterday. Bombs bursting in air on 4th of July. Then it'll be Mr. Man, Sean Mann, the designated hitter, in the 4th spot. Then it'll be Brandon Wynn, the left fielder, followed by Robbie Treto in right. Ryder Gordon will play at second base. Evan Jaquez will be at third base. Brody Brown will be the catcher. Speaking of Browns, Dennis Brown, Brody's dad, is manning the t-shirt and hat table in the beer garden here tonight. So hats off to him, that's for sure. And on the mound for the Ventura County Pirates, it'll be number 18, Mason Miles. And on the mound for the Goldpanners, it will be Brandon Wayland. And this is his outfield, his defense. In the outfield from left to right, it'll be Bubba Roca, followed by Hayden Iverson in center field. And in right, Jacob Badawi. Then in the infield, third base, Mikey Bell at third. Shortstop, Griffin Harrison. Alex Garcia is the second baseman. Matt Leiterman will be at third base. And Holt Williams, who played at UCI last year and now has entered the portal, will be the catcher, catching Brandon Weiland. We'll call him Weiland.
Yeah, and I think the most interesting storyline here in this game, too, all the way up in Alaska, is that, Lou, special for you, we've got an Orange County storyline. Both starting pitchers
there you go.
for these teams are at Cypress Junior College over near Huntington Beach.
Absolutely. Just literally 5-6 miles up Bolsa Chica / Valley View from me.
I saw them talking before game 2. They ran into each other yesterday, I believe, as well. We met Brandon Weiland before practice when the game was canceled.
Yeah, the baseball family is it's a small world, that's for sure. And the first pitch of the ball game at 7:05 is a strike to Ethan Kearney. Kearney batting left-handed. Nice wide strike zone shown by the home plate umpire, Pat Keegan. At first base, it'll be Dan Angelo, and then Ruben Carball will be the third base umpire. He was the home plate umpire last game. So here comes the 0-2 pitch from Weiland. Fastball, and that's outside, trying to get Kearney to go fishing for that one.
Kearney was one of the best offensive performers last game for the Pirates. Had 2 singles and a walk, also scored a run on the home run from DJ Akiyama in the first.
They started off with a single to right field, pulled it to right field. Next pitch, and that bounces away, and it's 2-2. So let's see if Kearney and Akiyama can get things going again.
What's more important is finishing out the game, as we learned last game.
This one is line fair ball down the left field line. Kearney hits the bag. He's already at second, and he cruises in with a leadoff double. So Kearney again gets things going and goes this time the opposite way to left field. And that'll bring up DJ Akiyama, the shortstop, another lefty.
Yeah, this is just fantastic to see from Kearney in Robert Pitts' absence here. Great play from him on the offensive side. Wasn't tested too much in game 1 in center field, but man, he loves Alaska so far.
DJ looks at a strike on the outside corner, and that looks like Weiland's bread and butter is going to be on the outside part of the plate, at least to left-handed hitters. Kearney with the leadoff double has a decent lead with the shortstop Harrison shadowing behind him. Breaking ball, and that's waved at and miss, 0-2. So 2 0-2 starts on each batter for Weiland. Just a freshman out of Anaheim, 5'11", 175-pounder. Lifts this one into left field. Back goes Kearney to second base. No chance to advance on the flyout to the left fielder, Bubba Roca. It's Bubba Roca, Hayden Iverson, and Jacob Badawi. Probably butchering that name again, huh? In right field. Mikey Bell's at third, Griffin Harrison at shortstop, Alex Garcia at second, Matt Leiterman at first base, and here's Gabe Juarez. Gabe Juarez, the big kid out of Glendale College, fouls the first pitch he sees from Weiland back. 6'2", 235-pound junior. Planted 3 balls across the street at the Fairbanks Curling Club over the left field wall, about 300 and close to 400 feet away, one shot. And another 0-2 count.
Yeah, I was half paying attention when he was taking BP yesterday. I look up and I see a ball bouncing in front of the curling club past the left field wall, and I was like, no way. But it's Gabe Juarez. He's got that power.
He sure does. It's 315 down the left field line. 410 to dead center, where the hitter's eye is actually the Alaskan flag, as Weiland steps off and gets Kearney to go back. 328 down the right field line. In historic Fairbanks, Alaska. Called strike, and that's strike 3. So far, a very generous strike zone showed by home plate umpire Pat Keegan. A tight strike zone shown earlier by Ruben Carval.
Yeah, that one was really close. I wouldn't get too down if I was Juarez. Still figuring out the pitcher, but of course in a 7-inning game, may not be a whole lot of time to do that.
Well, that's for sure. Now steps in Sean Mann, who had the first game off. Looks at the first pitch, and that's dropped by Williams, but still a ball. 1-0.
Yeah, Sean, one of a couple two-way players here. Right now playing DH, but also plays outfield, first base, and pitches. Valuable when we have a bunch of games in a row here in Fairbanks.
Mann sends this one into the gap into center field, right center field, and a great catch by Hayden Iverson. Saves extra bases and a run for the Pirates. No runs on a hit and a man left for Ventura County. So no score for the Pirates. And for the Goldpanners, they will come up in the bottom of the first to face Mason Miles. You're watching Ventura County Baseball on the Ventura County Baseball, Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel. Bottom of the first we go, and the Pirates are out in the field against Jacob Badawi and Hayden Iverson and Matt Leiterman. And Mason Miles, the lefty, out of Villa Park High School and Cypress College. First pitch is a fastball out of the strike zone for ball 1. Mason, one of the new additions, has a lively arm, and this one is going into the beer garden. Look out for the T-shirt table, just out of play from that. And the Ventura County Pirates are sporting their star-spangled uniform tops, navy blue with the white stars, and the numerals and outline Ventura outlined in white. Here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that one's lined into center field, and that's going to fall in front of Ethan Kearney for a leadoff single.
Yeah, not
So,
a lot that
Badai.
not a lot that Ethan Kearney could do about that one. Made the responsible play to let it fall in front of him. Could have gone for a crazy catch, but decided not to. Now here's a guy who did make a crazy catch, Hayden Iverson.
Absolutely. Badawi, his first hit of the day was 0 for 3 with a walk in last game and scored on that walk. Miles, first pitch to him, and that's fouled back. Iverson didn't play in the first game. Goes to University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, a terrific school. Is a redshirt sophomore from Fort Collins, so a hometown kid. Next pitch, and that's a fastball in for a strike, and it's 0-2. So Mason Miles checking the runner over at first base. And Badawi and throws over there to Jacob Juarez. Let's go over the outfield for the Ventura County Pirates. From left field to right field, it's Brandon Wynn in left, Ethan Kearney in center, and Robbie Trato in right. And we'll introduce you to the infield after Miles' first next pitch, and that's a curveball or a slider, and that's strike 3 called. So at least Keegan's calling the pitches both ways.
Yeah, I believe that is Miles' sweeper. He throws that along with a four-seamer and split changeup. Sweeper, it's the pitch of Gen Z, and as a Gen Zer, I love to see it used well right there.
And that'll bring up Matt Leiterman, the first baseman. Big kid, opens up his stance a little bit against the left-handed pitching Mason Miles. That sweeps in for a strike. Have to get used to that new strike zone.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Carball was calling it close in the first game. At least the game might go quicker. Well, it was a pretty quick game anyway.
Yeah, it didn't stop the pitchers on both sides after the first inning. Only a couple runs scored after that. So great adjustments, even with a college-level strike zone.
Leiterman was 1 for 3. Snap throw by Brown to Juarez, and it got a nice bounce off the turf. The pitch was a ball. But yeah, Gabe has to be alert because Brown loves to do that snap throw down to first and second.
Yeah, I believe it's pretty solidly coached into all the catchers who play for VC.
So it's 1-1 with 1 out. No score, bottom of the first inning. Miles with a breaking ball there, and that's fouled out of play. That pitch had some nice movement on it.
Yeah, we already mentioned Miles at Cypress JC. He's, from Villa Park, California, far from here, but he'll be at home in Fairbanks. He's an avid outdoorsman, loves to fish. I think he was one of the guys who bought a rod at Walmart yesterday.
One of many.
One of many. I have to say, I won't be joining him. I'm not much of a fisherman.
The runner fakes going, and the pitch is high, so now it's 2-2. Are you going to clean their catch if they bring it to it back to the dorms?
I'm not much of a fish eater either, so I guess
okay.
pretty.
So you're not going to clean them?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
That'd be rude. I'd throw him a few bucks if I ate one, though. I'm fair like that.
Ground ball up the middle, and that's going to go through into center field for a base hit. So with 1 out, there's 2 runners on. Badawi at second, Leiterman at first. And that was straight up the middle. Split right over the bag. And that'll bring up Mikey Bell, the cleanup hitter and third baseman for the Goldpanners.
Yeah, that one was probably torturous for the middle infield of Akiyama and Gordon to watch go through there. Wasn't hit all that hard, but was just perfectly placed.
Mikey Bell opening up his stance a little bit this game to the left-hander. And a full swing and pulled that foul towards the Goldpanners dugout. Well, I want to thank General Manager John Lorkey. It just seems like one of the guys. Met him, just a great guy. And no wonder he and George have been friends for so long. Have a great working relationship. And they opened up Fairbanks for us and to open arms as well. And a pickoff attempt. And back on his stomach is Badaway.
So we're getting a few more fans at Game 2, probably because the weather improved on the onset primetime slot. Everybody's done with work if they had it. And I was warned yesterday by our bus driver, Cindy, about some of the hecklers that come here and really torture the opposition. This is a barnstorming team. They see a lot of new faces, and they make sure that the Goldpanners have a home field advantage.
Fastball on the inside corner, and that's not called a strike.
And predictably, the fans did not like that pickoff move by Miles over to second, even though it was pretty close.
Yeah, we got a few cowbells below us.
It's actually not cowbells. It's people
Oh.
drumming on the railings. They brought
have
drumsticks.
Drumsticks, and there's the aluminum railing on these aluminum seats, and that pitch is high and away. It's 2-1. Now all of a sudden the strike zone is moving around on Mason Miles. Yeah, and I got heckled wearing my Ventura County Star Spangled baseball cap and my T-shirt.
You can't heckle a flag. You can't
Oh.
heckle a hat with an American flag on it.
Well, they can heckle me. I'm very heckleable. Here comes the 2-1 with 1 out and 2 on. Mason Miles pitch, swung on and missed. Well, there's definitely two old-timers. And if you looked up Fairbanks residents, that couple would be on the top of the list. Very long, bearded person like the anti-Santa Claus. And his wife, well, she was nice, but they were both wearing Fairbanks Ice Dogs hockey gear.
Ooh.
Here comes the 2-2, and that sails outside. Now it's 3-2 with 1 out. And now here's an action pitch coming up. But they were kindly needling me.
That's good. That's healthy.
Absolutely. Gotta be root for your hometown. Here comes the 3-2 with 1 out, and that hit Mikey Bell. So now the bases are loaded with 1 out. And that brings up Bubba Roca.
At the plate, number 21, left fielder, Bubba Rocha.
Roca is from Brentwood, California, and UC Riverside, 6 foot, 195-pounder. Wonder if he went to Crossroads High School, where they've always had a terrific baseball team. But I've noticed that the right-handed hitters for the Goldpanners are opening up their stance to the left-handed pitching. Mason Miles, first pitch is in for a strike. Roca playing left field today for Brett Latchman's Goldpanners. Miles looking down at Brody Brown for the sign. Bases loaded, 1 out. And this one's popped up into right field. Robbie Treto has a beat on it. Makes the catch. Tagging and coming home is the runner. Here comes the throw. It's cut off by Juarez. And it's 1-0 Goldpanners on the sacrifice fly by Bubba Roca.
Number 4, designated hitter, Logan Rittenberly.
So on the play, Leiterman goes down from second to third, and Mikey Bell stays at first base. And that'll bring up Logan Wemberly, who is from Florida, but we had the opportunity, Webster, Florida. Remember we were talking about some of these kids, young men, they're not kids anymore. There goes the runner from first, and this one's hammered, but it's high, And into short center field, here comes Kearney and makes the catch for the third out. And we'll talk about Logan Wemberly as the day goes on. He's a member of the U.S. Army, and his proud parents are here today as well. Flew all the way from Florida, and we had the honor of flying, sitting next to the Wemberleys. And I'll tell you what, Mrs. Wemberly would not give up any of her M&Ms. 1 run scored by the Goldpanners on a couple of hits. And 2 men left. We'll go to the top of the second inning with the Pirates coming from behind again. They trail 1-0 on the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel. Well, I really stuck my foot in it. I called Mason Miles a left-handed pitcher. Well, of course he's a right-handed pitcher if he's making the right-handed batters open up. So my apologies to everybody out there, and thanks, Alex, for picking me up there. Top of the second inning, it's Brandon Wynn, Robbie Trato, and Ryder Gordon facing Brandon Weiland. Pitch is not a fastball, but it's outside for ball 1 to Brandon, who is a busy young man out in left field in the first game. Brandon was 1 for 3, pulled a base hit, his first at bat in the first game. Next pitch is low, ball 2, 2-0.
Pirates came real close to scoring. We're a great play by Iverson away from plating at least 1. So nothing to feel too bad about. Only 1 run scored there when it could have been more for the Goldpanners. So again, this is no time to quit. Just go ahead like it's a new game.
Next pitch taken all the way is Wynn, and it's a strike. 3-1. Scott Murray, the head coach, field manager for the Ventura County Pirates, coaching at third, and his pitching coach, Nick Cardinal, at first. Next pitch, and that's fouled back. 3-2 now. So from 3-0 to 3-2, and Weiland fights back. And Brandon Wynn hanging in tough. He has been a very good addition to the Ventura County Pirates. Swing and a miss, and down he goes. So Wynn from Glendale College strikes out, 1 down, and that'll bring up Robbie Trato.
Disappointing for Wynn to go down after having that 3-0 lead.
Trato, a fifth-year senior from Cal State Monterey Bay, and his second trip up here to Fairbanks.
And Robbie's
First pitch to him is low.
He's transferring from CSUMB, looking for a 4-year institution to pick him up for what I believe is his final year of eligibility.
Sends this one down the right field line, but out of play. Into the auxiliary seats. Into the cheap seats. Well, Fairbanks is like, is it a big town? It's not a small town either. Next pitch is low and inside, so it's 2-1. Robbie always with a good eye.
Fairbanks is a big town for Alaska, I'll tell you that, especially north of Denali.
Yeah,
Gets real small up here.
it's 3-1 now. That pitch is inside. Was talking to the hecklers there, and they welcomed the rain that they had for the last few days because of all the smoke they've had blowing through here from the wildfires, and I can understand that. The wind is coming from the southeast. And this was lined off of the glove of Weiland. Trado's going to have to hurry, but Garcia recovers and throws him out. So it's a 1-4-3 putout. And Trado makes it 2 down. And that'll be Ryder Gordon's turn, the second baseman.
Stroke of bad luck for Trado there. Might have had something that could have eaten up Weiland, but had a good bounce off the glove. Good recovery there by Garcia, the guy from the North Pole.
Gordon looks at strike one. Gordon was 1 for 3, had a base hit and a run scored in the first game. So North Pole is actually south of here, right? There's a line drive into right field for a base hit. Drops in for a 2-out single. And Ryder Gordon, after striking out twice in the first game and then getting a base hit, now has his second hit in a row.
Yeah, he's really picked it up since those first 2 at-bats. They were strikeouts, and they were pretty rough. And now, in addition to that, good offense, hopefully scaling up. Also moved from third base in game 1 to second base here right now. A versatile guy. He's someone you want to be able to fit in the lineup because he's a sure fielder.
Evan Jaquez playing third base this game. Looks at a ball high and tight. Pirates trailing 1-0 in the top of the second inning. Back on his knees is Gordon, who could be a threat to steal. Gordon, 185 pounds, 5'11". And it's ball 2 to Evan Jaquez. Let's see what type of lead he gets against Weiland with Leiterman holding him on. A good lead. This is a pitch on the inside corner for strike 1, 2-1. The Goldpanners wearing their commemorative black jerseys with the gold trim and lettering and red letters. And this is popped up in foul territory. Calling for it is Leiterman and puts it away underneath the sliding Holt Williams. And that'll do it for the Pirates in the top of the second inning. No runs on a hit and a man left. And it's 1-0 Goldpanners against the Pirates going into the bottom of the second inning. And you can become a Ventura County Pirate or Bucks host family. Call George Freneau right now. He's not doing anything except keeping official score. 805-501-0470 for details. You're watching the Ventura County Pirates on the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel. Back at Groden Memorial Stadium, it's the bottom of the second inning. The catcher, Holt Williams, Alex Garcia, then Griffin Harrison. The bottom 3 in the batting order facing right-hander Mason Miles. This is a ground ball sharply hit into left field for a leadoff hit. Wynn has the ball run up his arm, but not too far. And Williams will hold at first base with a leadoff base hit.
I love that approach from Holt Williams, getting right out to it. Worst it could be is strike one, or I guess an out as well on a lazy swing there. But he jumped on it and got it going for the Goldpanners here in the second.
Now he's a big kid, had that nice sweet swing and just pulled it into left field. And now Alex Garcia, the local kid. Like Alex said, Alex Romel, or Ramol, I should say. This is a line drive into left center field for a base hit. Kearney gets it back into the infield, but there's 2 on with nobody out in the bottom of the second, and something going again for these Goldpanners. That brings up Griffin Harrison.
2 pitches, 2 hits. That's pretty demoralizing for Mason Miles, but he's just got to go with it over this first time through the Goldpanners order. Keep pitching like himself. He loves to dominate pitchers, get ahead of them.
Harrison was 1 for 2 with a walk in the first game. And the quick shortstop turns around to bunt and looks at strike one as he pulled the bat back. So even though the Goldpanners are the home team, they're wearing their gray pants, and the Ventura County Pirates get to wear their white pants with their brand new Star-Spangled jerseys. That's outside, and it's 1-1.
I think these days kind of a tradition being bucked is the home and away uniform in all sports, really, like kind of wear what you want. Yeah.
Well, there's a reason for these black commemorative jerseys. And it's 1-1. Here's a curveball that's sent into left field, and it's right at Wynn. And then it died on him, and he had to run up and catch it, but still an out. So first out of the bottom of the second, still runners at first and second for the top of the order.
And Brandon Wynn deserves
Dowie.
Brandon Wynn deserves a ball hit right to him after some of the trouble that's been faced in left field. I don't think his positioning was off last game, just had a lot hit deep into the corner where he would never be. But that one, nice and easy.
Badawi, 1 for 1 and a run scored. Miles steps off the rubber and chases back Holt Williams at second base. The black jerseys, was told by general manager John Lorkey, when Dave Winfield came up here to be honored, they created these commemorative jerseys for Dave Winfield. Popped up on the infield, and second baseman Ryder Gordon says he has it. No, Trado says he has it. Has to come on in a hurry to make the basket catch. And everybody stays put at second and first, Williams and Harrison. So some good defense shown by the Pirates this inning.
Great communication between Trado and Gordon. Even when it looked like it was kind of drifting away from Robbie Trado coming towards first base, Gordon knows that Trado's a good right fielder and trusted him to complete the play.
And has that speed to catch up to it. Hayden Iverson checks in now, who, speaking of defense, flashed the leather. Strike on the outside corner. And Miles gets ahead of Hayden Iverson, who struck out looking in the first inning. So now there's 2 outs, 0-1 to Iverson, and a 1-0 lead for the Goldpanners. And Mason Miles just wants to keep it right where it is. Looks back at the runner Williams, and this one's fouled straight back.
Could be a tie ball game if it wasn't for Mr. Iverson, so you know that Mason Miles and the Pirates want to get back at him and make sure that it only stays a 1-run game going into the third.
Carlos Gonzalez, the assistant coach and Cypress JC coach, is coaching out at third base. I do believe that is Brett Latchman out at first. Next pitch, and that was a nice pitch, but Iverson didn't go for it, and it's outside, probably a little low, and it's 1-2.
Perfect 0-2 pitch, but Iverson holding up.
Fastball high and tight, 2-2. So George Verneau and John Lorkey were also talking about the annual midnight game, where they had on the first day of summer, July 21st into July 22nd, they have a midnight game, and it was sold out.
Of course it is. That's the coolest thing ever.
Here comes the 2-2 pitch with 2 outs. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So Mason Miles takes care of Hayden Iverson, who strikes out for the second time. No runs on 2 hits and 2 men left. So Mason Miles showing some good grit and determination there. Well, the Pirates still trail, though, 1-0 going into the top of the third. You're watching the Ventura County Pirates Baseball Club on the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel.
This game is sponsored by Goldpanners.
The Ventura County Pirates Baseball webcast is brought to you by The Answer is Yes. MasterCard and Visa is the largest class action settlement in U.S. history. If your company took Visa or MasterCard payments between 2004 and 2019, you're entitled to file a claim for a refund for being overcharged for transaction fees. Call Kevin Sumstein at 760-685-5813. Thank all of our sponsors. Well, they're supporting youth baseball. Even though they're young adults now. Brody Brown looks at strike 1 from Brandon Weiland. So Brody Brown, another local kid, but he goes to Metropolitan State University in Denver. His dad is an assistant football coach at North High School in Riverside. And if you're a high school football aficionado, you know that high school for sure. 0-2 now to Brody. One of the veterans on this team. Fastball on the outside corner, called strike 3.
That's been pretty uncharacteristic of Brody Brown. He's been putting in some great at-bats in the last couple weeks for the Pirates, trying to be that merger between offensive and defensive catcher that the Pirates have been looking for. But that time he just got burned by his fellow Southern Californian.
That'll turn the batting order over. And the top of the order, Ethan Kearney, then DJ Akayama. Fastball swung on and missed. So now in his third inning, Brandon Weiland looks like he's found his rhythm. Fastball on the outside corner, and that just missed. 1-1. Here comes the 1-1, and that's bounced up the middle, cut off by Harrison, who throws and gets him. 6-3 on the putout, and that'll bring up DJ Akayama.
Not a perfect throw by Harrison over to Leiterman. Leiterman had to stretch out towards the outfield to get it. Not super far, but you could tell they were like making good eye contact, communicating well. These guys know each other. And even though the throw wasn't 100% great, completed for a good second out.
DJ trying to get something going, even though he had a first inning 2-run home run in the first game. Looks at a ball low and outside. 1-0. Next pitch is pretty much in the same location, but called a strike.
Yeah, Weiland has really been excellent with his location so far. Kearney had the better of him in the first inning, but since then he's been pretty darn good.
Weiland pitching out of the stretch with nobody on and 2 out, 1-1. And this one's fouled down the third base side and out of play. And it's 1-2. Well, like most good ballparks or home ballparks, the Goldpanners have the third base dugout, which I believe has a clubhouse behind the dugout. Here comes the 1-2 with 2 outs, and this one's popped up foul, and that will go out of play into the Panners bullpen. But over on the first base side, where the visitors are, i.e. the Pirates, I don't think there is a clubhouse behind there.
There's no clubhouse, and there's a lot of sun, which is really why the Goldpanners are over there at the third side. I don't know. I grew up always seeing home dugouts on the first base side.
This one's pulled foul. And Joseph Perez was not happy that he dropped that ground ball.
There's games within this game.
So it remains 1-2 with 2 down. Akiyama looking to start something and pulls it towards second base on a hop to Garcia. And he flips her over to Leiterman for the third out. 4-3 on the putout, and 1-2-3 go the Pirates against Brandon Weiland. So the score remains 1-0. Goldpanners over the Pirates, and you are watching the Ventura County Pirates on the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel. Bottom of the third inning we go here in Fairbanks, Alaska. Thanks for joining us on the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel. 1 run on 4 hits for the Goldpanners, no runs on 2 hits for the Pirates. And Mason Miles in his third inning of work will face Matt Leiterman, Mikey Bell, and Bubba Roca. Fastball in for a strike. Both pitchers are working very fast.
It's the new way.
Product of their coaching.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're right. With the pitch clock, they're all practicing that, even though we don't have a pitch clock here. This one is poked foul down the right field line into the seats. And the kids go scurrying to get that ball.
I think the pitch clock will be a wonderful, fully realized thing once these young guys really learn it growing up. In the majors, there's been some issues, but this is where you hone it.
Well, it just started, so what is it? It's his third season?
I believe just the second in Major League Baseball.
So it's everybody in the major leagues seem to enjoy it. shortens the games. Here comes the 1-2. That's overthrown a bit, and it's 2-2. Leiterman, 1 for 1, was stranded at third back in the first inning where he grounded a single right over the bag at second base. It's actually a very beautiful day today here in Fairbanks now. This one's hit high in the air to right field. Trado going back a few steps, looks into the sun, and makes the catch. Local time, 7:49, so 8:49 back home. And it looks like it might be 4:49.
Yeah, it's really kind of trippy, especially because when we landed, it was kind of overcast, and when we, all day yesterday and then most of today, it was pretty overcast. So sun's finally coming out.
This is rain, overcast and thick clouds and rain. First pitch to Mikey Bell is high and tight for a ball.
I was beginning to feel cheated. Like I came up to Alaska and it's just going to be overcast the whole time. But at least one night, it's looking pretty darn good.
Well, this is my second time up here. Big swing and a miss by Bell. As a matter of fact, he swung so hard his elbow pad flew off. And it's 1-1. But I was up here for the Alaska Shootout back in the 90s, the basketball tournament at Alaska Anchorage. And you expect it to be cloudy and cold and dark because it's Thanksgiving. But here, it's July 5th, for goodness sakes. Finally, we get some sun. And that pitch sails outside.
I was beginning to think, why do people live here? Oh, it's this. This is why people live here.
Well, you can see in the background on our YouTube channel that there's the mountains in the background, and then there's blue sky up there with some very thick clouds behind those mountains, and a big swing and a miss. And it's 2-2 to Mikey Bell. Bell was hit by a pitch back in the first inning and was stranded there. 1 out in the bottom of the third inning. Yeah, the air is clean. Swing and a miss, and that was a clean strikeout. Third strikeout of the day for Mason Miles. And that'll bring up Bubba Rocha, the number 5 hitter and left fielder.
Last time it was a major battle between Bell and Miles. And then the hit by pitch was on a full count, basically a walk. This time Miles got it done a little earlier.
This is a fastball that went 59 feet 6 inches. And it's ball 1 with 2 down. Bubba Rocha with a sacrifice fly to score the only run of the game, and Jacob Badawi. And it's 1-0 Panners. This one's a high chopper to third, cut off by Evan Jaquez, who throws him out to Gabe Juarez. 5-3 on that put out. And before we go to break, I want to tell you that you can support the Ventura County Pirates by the Bucks red or black fitted hats for $30, or the Pirates' new CCL red and black hat for $35, or the even newer Star Spangled cap with its red, white, and blue, and the American flag VC, and the CCL and American flag on there, and handsomely modeled by Alex Ramol. And you can buy them for $35. Come on by the press box at the game. Also the T-shirts, unless Dennis Brown sells them all here. $35 for those shirts. $25 for those shirts. $20 for kids sizes. We'll be back right after this. You're watching the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel.
Welcome back to beautiful, now sunny Fairbanks, Alaska. Your Pirates down 1-0 to the Alaska Goldpanners. It's the top of the 4th inning. A new pitcher on for Alaska. It's Ryan Latchman of Biola down in Orange County.
Which is in Whittier.
Whittier, yes. The Ventura County Bucks have played some road games down there this season. First up, Gabe Juarez takes that one up the middle and through the gap for a leadoff single. Gabe Juarez opening up his Alaskan bank account with a hit there.
His first hit. Boy, that was a cue ball right off the end of the bat.
You know what they say, Lou, that you have your first hit and then you have your first hit in Alaska.
There you go.
Starting all over. So now that brings up Sean Mann. He flew out to center field in dramatic fashion to end the first inning. First pitch to him is up the middle as well. Latchman throws to second. It's there. Mann at first is safe.
Well, that was a good play by Latchman, but he threw to the third base side of second base, and Alex Garcia had to throw going away. So that allowed Sean Mann, who's pretty speedy for a tall guy, made it down to first.
Long strides for Sean Mann. He's definitely quicker than Gabe Juarez. So while you take the out, you don't like it, get a quicker guy on there to lead things off. Now Brandon Wynn up, takes ball one outside.
And Sean can steal you a base, too.
I'm Sean's neighbor in our dorms at University of Alaska Fairbanks.
Well, you're basically roommates.
Pretty much. He's staying with a Bucks edition Nick Matera. We've yet to see him play. Again, mostly for the Bucks, but there's been some guys left out, some roster shuffling, stuff like that. And Nick Matera and Dylan Cook, primarily of the Bucks, coming up to Fairbanks. Neither of them have played a role yet, but I'm sure we'll see more of them soon.
Oh, they play big roles off the field, though.
That's for sure. Matera, another, roommate of mine. So as 1-1 is hit the other way by Wynn, going deep back in the corner left field, but it's caught by Rocha. Mann runs back to first. There's 2 outs here in the top of the 4th with 1 on for the Pirates.
Well, there you saw Sean Mann taking off, either a hit and run or a stolen base attempt. And Wynn darn near got himself extra bases if that ball wasn't hit so high off the bat. If he would have hit it more on a line drive, that would have been a double in the corner.
So now a swing and a miss there from Robbie Trado. That ball that Wynn hit was similar to some of those he's had to deal with out in left field in game 1. But this time, Rocha in a bit better spot gets the out. 0-1 to Trado is foul tipped.
So Brandon showing good power going the other way.
Definitely a good sign, but for now, just an out. So now the Pirates down to their last strike. 0-2 coming to Trado with Mann on first. Here's the pitch from Latchman, up high.
And Trado and Mann are very good buddies.
Both some Pirates veterans. Guys who are influential in this locker room as 1-2 is outside.
Probably the 2 smartest baseball minds on the team.
See what happens with these 2 veterans as 2-2 hits Trado.
And Robbie wasn't going to let nothing get by him that time. He saw the opportunity and he took it like a man.
He said he was smart. He's also tough. Of course, fighting through back tightness earlier this season. Now has to take a ball off his body for a base.
Better check the ball, see if it's got a dent in it.
It's a man of steel. Now Ryder Gordon at the plate, singled his last time up in the second. First pitch to him is driven the other way and goes just foul.
Yeah, Joseph Perez coaching down at first base now. The biggest cheerleader on the team. Somebody else is breaking up the joint.
Yeah, that's a surprise when Lou Stowers is in the house.
Yeah. The bull in the china closet. It wasn't me this time.
So now 0-1 pitch coming. Hit up the middle and gets through, man. Rounding third, he's got the sign going home, and he scores. Sliding in somewhat unnecessarily, but it gets a run. 1-1, the score is even here in the top of the fourth inning with 2 outs.
Yeah, they got style points. But what a nice piece of hitting by Ryder Gordon, just taking that ball right up the middle, and that had eyes and made it into center field for the RBI hit to tie this thing up.
Great to see Ryder Gordon improving right in front of us on offense here in the last frontier. Brings up Evan Jaquez. Sees the first pitch inside.
But really love to see this kid get it going.
Another one of the great personalities on this team. Gets a 1-0 pitch. Inside as well.
And he hung in there for the insider too.
So now Latchman falling behind, deals 2-0. Inside for a third time, and the same result. Trying to burn Jaquez and lock him up. It's not working out for the righty. Another for Jaquez, way outside. A 4-pitch walk drawn by Evan Jaquez to load the bases here with 2 out.
And that's huge. Turnabout, fair play here. As dad, Brett Latchman, going out to talk to son, Ryan Latchman, trying to just calm him down with the bases loaded. Looks vaguely familiar, but
yeah.
Thank goodness his table's turned right now.
Yeah, this was definitely how Cameron Lee was feeling starting off the game for Ventura County last game. Of course, a lot of this damage coming with 2 out. That's the solace for Alaska and the Latchmans. I'll tell you, I love my dad. I would not want for him to come out to me pitching after loading the bases with a 4-pitch walk.
All it would take is a look. You wouldn't have to say a word.
He wouldn't have to leave the dugout.
Well, probably. Oh, boy.
So
What
now, speaking of people with their dads in attendance, Brody Brown at the plate with the bases loaded. First pitch to him is kind of tapped foul. Held up his bat and got a little piece of it. Brown, of course, struck out looking as he led off the top of the third inning. Now is a chance for the Pirates to pull ahead over the Goldpanners for the first time since the first inning of Game 1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Just found the corner. Latchman adjusting well already after the mound visit.
This is what the Pirates have been looking for all season long, is a 2-out something.
Here goes Latchman. That is hit towards first foul. Bare hand caught by Joseph Perez.
He made up for the last fumble.
And I'd argue that was a harder play.
Yep. Well, he was on the turf, not on the mud.
True. Pitchers are fielders, too.
Well, yeah, just ask him. But then ask the other guys, the other 8 guys.
Yeah.
So Brody Brown protecting the plate, protecting his count by tapping that foul.
So Brown resets, still 0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Up the middle, tapped towards first base. flip over to Latchman for the third out. Pirates leave the bags full, but even the score at 1 after the top of the 4th inning. We'll be right back in a bit for the bottom of the 4th inning and the Goldpanners on offense. You're watching Ventura County Pirates baseball on the VC Pirates YouTube channel. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Ventura County Pirates Alaskan Tour here. We've almost got the bottom of the 4th up for you, but before we get to baseball, remember to follow the Ventura County Pirates on social media. Go to V County Pirates for team news and leave your comments. That's the letter V, County Pirates, on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Our social media interns, Michaela and Katana, doing great remote work. They're not with us up here in the last frontier, but still putting on some good stuff on the social pages. So we're resuming action here at the bottom of the 4th inning. 1-1 the score after the Pirates scored in the road half of this frame. Logan Wimberly leads things off. Member of the United States Army. Miles deals the first pitch just outside.
We were talking about being on the same flight with Logan's mom and dad, and if you think Logan looks big, what's he listed at? 6 foot 215. He looks like he's 6 foot 315, all just muscle. But his dad is probably 6 inches taller and possibly 50 pounds heavier, all muscle.
1-1 pitch goes outside, and wouldn't expect anything less from the Army. I come from a Navy family, but I'll cede that the Army definitely has sailors beat in the muscle department for the most part.
Oh, I'm sure there's a lot of working out. A friend of mine's son turned into a professional power lifter. I think he did that by lifting trucks and holding them up while they changed the oil.
Wow.
That's how big he was. And he was a scrawny kid growing up. But I'd hate to be a burglar in Florida breaking into the Wemberley house.
2-2 pitch to him is popped up foul.
They probably have a watchdog that says, okay, you guys take care of it. And that's just mom.
Yeah, that's...
She looks like she works out too.
So now a 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. That one pops foul again. Now I'm from Florida. I had to look up Webster, Florida. It's just west of my home near Orlando. I'd never heard of it, but obviously produces some good Army men.
Yeah.
Just an hour and 5 minutes from my house.
Well, don't go at any ideas in stealing any of her M&Ms.
I certainly won't. Yeah, Webster Not too far from Leesburg, Florida, home of the Leesburg Lightning of the Florida Collegiate Summer League, my former employer. Of course, I'm a Winter Park Diamond Dog alum. It's a nice...
Is that west of Disney World?
Look at you framing things in Disney World. You're obviously not from Orlando.
Well, I have to do a Disneyland for you.
That's true. Another pitch. Fouled off.
So you got to do a Disney World for me.
That's true. Yes, it is west of Disney World. Now that is 8 pitches to Logan Wimberly. We've never been over to Webster. Looks like a nice, probably sleepy area. A lot hotter than it is here, I'll bet. Yet another 2-2 pitch. That one high. Pitch number 9 evades Wimberly.
Well, it's 62 degrees here with the wind blowing
I'm gonna bet
out of the west.
I'm gonna guess it's about 3 times hotter in Webster. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung, tapped, foul.
Well, Wemberly's being all he can be in the batter's box right now. Looking at
This is Army toughness on the baseball diamond.
the 11th pitch coming up in this at bat to Logan.
There goes Miles. It is hit over to first and caught on the fly by Gabe Juarez. So after all that, it ends up with out number 1, not for lack of effort.
Coming to the plate, catcher, Holt Williams.
So Holt Williams comes up even after the great effort by Wimberly. Still nothing doing for the Goldpanners here in the bottom of the 4th. Miles to Williams. Gets strike 1.
And how many catchers do you know that are 6'4" and built like a tight end?
Not many. Oh, 1 to the big catcher is fouled the opposite way. Goes just over the fence into those back bleachers here at Groudon Memorial Field. Just a couple people sitting over there. Probably really only get a lot of action during the midnight sun game.
Well, you could probably get a tan at midnight or 1 in the morning if you're so hardy.
Pitch fouled backwards.
Well, had a chance to talk to Holt between games. Saw him wearing his anteater gear, catcher's gear, and helmet. He's in the portal right now, so he's done with the anteaters. He says he just wants to play anywhere.
0-2 pitch, or just outside. So Miles got up ahead. Still leads by a decent margin against Williams. Not looking for another fight like he had with Wimberly. It's 1-2. It's outside. So here's 2-2. Another fouled pitch. 6 pitches now for Miles against Williams. Number 17 of the inning and only 2 batters coming up now.
Well, that's 60 pitches overall, and you can bet that Scott Murray is keeping count.
Here's number 17. That's hit over to third. Jaquez has it. Throw across the diamond is low, but secured by Gabe Juarez for the second out.
Nice pick out of the turf by Juarez.
Garcia.
You can tell Jaquez kind of strained to make that throw. Didn't really get all of it. Now he's stretching his arms over at third base. But good defense by Gabe Juarez, a guy who's played a lot of DH for the Pirates this season. Here's the hometown kid, Alex Garcia of North Pole, Alaska. Singled his last time up. Miles to Garcia. Gets strike one.
Well, believe we're scheduling a trip to North Pole.
Yes, believe we are. I was just alerted that one of my cousins collects snow globes. I think that's where I'll pick that up.
Okay, now they know what you're getting.
Yeah, but, it's not really Christmas. It's just Christmas in July. The surprise not too necessary.
Well, some of the guys went fishing last night.
And they're going to go again.
Tonight, yep, after the game. Some of them might even go golf.
That one hit up the middle and lands in front of Kearney in center field. Mr. North Pole is 2 for 2 with a couple singles.
And both of them to center field.
Miles is telling head coach Scott Murray not to come to the mound.
Yep.
But coach is not listening to that at all. Fact about Coach Murray that I learned that makes me like him a lot more than I already did, which was a lot. Seems like a great coach. His favorite player of all time is the great Thurman Munson. A man who I think should be in the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely.
Yesterday.
Many years ago.
I mean, they're holding against him the fact that he died.
Unfortunately, that's the way baseball works. Well, they did leave Miles in.
Yeah, that was just a checkup for Miles.
I'm sure that this is the last batter with 2 outs. This is probably the last batter either way.
So it's Griffin Harrison, the shortstop, who flew out to left his first time up. Swings and misses.
Oh, what a beautiful pitch that was.
Yeah, that one. The sweeper, it's tough for Mason Miles.
That's the 20th pitch of this inning and only 3 batters. Or now the 4th batter. This inning, that is.
Here's 0-1. Another swinging strike.
43 pitches coming into the inning.
But Miles went up 0-2 against Holt Williams, and it still took 7 pitches to retire him. Wants to take care of it quicker. There goes Miles, just outside.
Tried to get Harrison to go fishing on that, but he's one smart fish.
I guess you could say he's a smart angler or something. I don't know. He's not swinging at that, which means we have 1-2. Miles lets it go. That's hit over to third and goes foul. Thankfully for the Pirates, that would have been kind of dangerous down the line. Definitely beat Evan Jaquez, but he was set up right. Foul ball. Second 1-2 to Harrison, just outside. Pirates dugout not happy with that call from home plate umpire Pat Keegan. But it was close.
His strike zone has been larger than the first game umpire, but it stayed the same. It really hasn't changed.
Here's the pitch. Throw over to second. And he's safe. It was a close ball 3 and a stolen base by Garcia.
And he stole that one off of Miles. And Garcia got a good jump, too. Skipped out to a bigger lead and then just kept on going.
Looked like it could have been strike 3 there. But now a full count. Payoff pitch from Miles. Strike 3 swinging. He got it there, and he's loving it on the mound. Fitting end to Mason Miles' day, a big strikeout to end the 4th inning. Score is still even at 1 after 4. Remember, you're watching Ventura County Pirates baseball on the VC Pirates YouTube channel. We'll be back with the 5th inning in just a second. It's top of the order for the top of the 5th. Ethan Kearney up first for the Pirates, tied 1-1 with the Goldpanners here at Groud Memorial Field in Fairbanks, Alaska. Latchman's pitch is hit back to him. Kearney rushing it out, throw to first. It's not in time. Great effort by Latchman, but even better effort by Ethan Kearney to leg out an infield single.
And that's going to be hit all the way. I don't think that's even close to being an error. That went off of Latchman's glove. Would have been a great play just to come up with it, but an even better effort by Kearney to beat it out.
Almost a miraculous flip play. Now Coach Latchman coming out from the dugout.
Yeah, he's bringing the hook, I would imagine. He's got a right-hander warming up in the bullpen who's ready and coming.
And of course, remember that Pirates stranded loaded bases on Latchman last time, so he's done for, even though it wasn't that hard to hit a ball. Wade Lawson coming in. He's a native of Nashville, Tennessee, but has now made his home here in Fairbanks. While Lawson lines up and gets ready for his next his appearance here, we'll remind you that Ventura County Pirates baseball is brought to you by WFG Insurance. If you need life insurance and income tax returns, or you need to roll over that retirement fund into something that won't lose money, you can call Cassidy Eden or Lou Stowers at 562-266-7024 for your free personal financial checkup. And you can also know that Ventura County Pirates baseball is brought to you by The Answer is Yes. The MasterCard and Visa settlement is a record for class action lawsuits in the United States. And if your company took MasterCard or Visa payments between 2004 and 2019, you're entitled to file a claim for a refund being overcharged for transaction fees. You can call Kevin Sumstein at 760-685-5813 or Jeffrey Booma at 714-350-8378. As the YMCA goes out across Groudon Memorial Field, not a whole lot of dancing in the stands. This may not be a dancing area of the country.
No, this is a we're going to sit down and stay warm crowd.
Yeah.
But one thing about Wade Lawson, even though he's from Nashville, Tennessee, he does attend Pomona Fitzer College, which is part of the Claremont colleges, which you really have to be very intelligent to get into. Some of the Harvey Mudd colleges. So let's see if DJ Akiyama can use his smarts to get things going for the Pirates.
Akiyama, one of the several aggressive hitters in this Pirates lineup, now facing fresh meat in Wade Lawson. With a man on and none out. First pitch is a strike.
Let's see if Scott Murray going through the signs right now. Oh, a ball got away from the Pirates bullpen.
Nick Cardinal throws it back to his pupils in the bullpen.
Well, that's Grant Madrid Murray, the bullpen catcher for this game. Looks like.
Of course, put in a full shift as the starting catcher in game 1. 0-1 pitch, here it is. Swung on and missed.
Breaking ball, second breaking ball thrown to DJ.
Yeah, got a little tap on it, but not enough. Akiyama trailing against the reliever Lawson. Strike 3 looking.
And that bit off that generous outside corner for 1 down.
So Lawson hasn't even been in the game very long. He's already adjusted to what's given to him by home plate umpire Pat Keegan. Now Gabe Juarez at the plate. He singled in the 4th. Got out on his way to second. First pitch to him is not swung at well, and then a stolen base. Ethan Kearney nabs second. So now Juarez.
Should have been a ball. It is a ball.
It is a ball.
Because Gabe Juarez held up on the swing.
Yeah, and I should have known better. Gabe Juarez really well disciplined with the bat.
Even for a big guy, held up.
So now 1-0 to Juarez. That is laced into left center field, but caught. Kearney tags, running to third. He's in easily sliding. So sacrifice fly to center for number 33.
At the plate, Sean Mann.
So yeah, Kearney tagging and going to third base. Hayden Iverson tripped up just a little bit, and that gave Kearney enough room to slide in head first safely.
So Sean Mann up to the plate with 2 out and a runner in scoring position. Gets ball 1. Kearney has been in scoring position for Sean Mann before in the first inning. Great catch by Iverson to keep Kearney from scoring. 1-0 pitch to Mann is waved at.
You think Sean Mann will put the squeeze on, or do you think Murray will put the squeeze on with Mann at the plate?
I don't know. Seems pretty risky. He's already had a good fly ball in this game. Another swinging strike for Sean Mann.
Looks like one of your sweepers.
Pirates 90 feet away from taking a lead here in the top of the 5th with 2 gone. Here's the pitch. Strike 3, swinging. So once again, bad luck for Sean Mann with 2 outs and Kearney in scoring position. Score's still even at 1 here at Groudon Field in beautiful Fairbanks, Alaska. You're watching Ventura County Pirates baseball on the VC Pirates YouTube channel.
Time for the 5th inning stretch. Number 4, Cade Berry.
Alex Ramol and Lou Stowers back at Groudon Field for the bottom of the 5th between your Pirates and the Goldpanners. Even score at 1. Jacob Badawi versus a new pitcher, Cade Berry. Starts with strike 1 on Alaska's leadoff man. Taken over for Mason Miles, who strutted his way off the mound in the 4th. Now a big lead for Berry. 0-2 pitch. Too far outside. There goes Berry again. That's hit over to second base. Ryder Gordon has it. Tosses to Gabe Juarez at first for the first out.
Coming to the plate, Hayden Iverson.
So Cade Berry, 5'9", 180-pound junior from College of San Mateo, so he's looking for somewhere else to go to school. Taking over for Mason Miles. 4 innings, 1 run on 5 hits, 4 strikeouts, no walks. 1 hit batter and 72 pitches in 4 innings. Mason Miles, what a terrific effort.
That one is hit over to Berry. Slides, bobbles it, throw to first. It's
Whoa,
there for
fastball.
a beautiful second out. Cade Berry looked like he had it, and then he didn't, and then made it all the way to first. Heck of an arm on the kid. He should be a pitcher.
Yeah. And Gabe Juarez sticking with it to make the out. Yeah, he's sludded on one knee, bobbled it, picked it up, got his composure back, and threw a strike. Wow.
So here's Matt Leiterman. 1-0 is skipped to double the ball total. Leiterman singled in the first, was stranded on third, and flew out to right field in the 3rd inning. Now gets another from Berry. That one, another one to Berry. Much easier play for the pitcher to secure out number 3. So Cade Berry making quick work of the Goldpanners to end the 5th inning. Score is still even at 1 following 5. You're watching the Ventura County Pirates on the VC Pirates YouTube channel. We'll be back in just a second for the 6th inning. Wade Lawson still on the mound for Alaska after a nice 5th inning in relief of Ryan Latchman. Here's a substitute for the Pirates. It's Nick Matera of Manhattan College in Riverdale near the Bronx. Normally, Lou, you're telling me where colleges are. I know exactly where Manhattan College is.
Well, I would think that would be in the island of Manhattan.
It wouldn't be. That's the thing about Manhattan.
Okay.
Is that it used to be on the island of Manhattan, but moved to the Bronx. Just kept the name.
Okay.
1-1 to the Jasper. It's poked over to third. A throw to first is there.
That is
Coming to the plate.
Nick Matera.
So after the ground out from the substitute Matera, it's Robbie Trado up with 1 out and none on. Strike first pitch to Robbie Trado. Today he's been hit by a pitch in the fourth, grounded out. Back in the second, hits that one foul. So already some trouble for Robbie Trado after Nick Matera went down quickly. 0-2 pitch outside.
I believe that was his first at bat as a Pirate. Wasn't it?
Yes, that is correct. When the guys brought up, get some extra bodies to Alaska. There's 1-2 to Trado, fouled. Matera wearing number 29. Do not believe that is his number on the Bucks. As another 1-2 comes in, too far inside for Trado. So here comes Lawson. Strike 3 swinging. Another outfielder goes down for the Pirates.
Now batting, Ryder Gordon.
It's Ryder Gordon now, the second baseman for the Pirates. Certainly one of the players of the day, 2 for 2 here in game 2. Gets a pitch, that one too close to the body, ball 1. One nothing from Lawson. Whiff from Gordon.
So Ryder, including game 1, has 3 hits in a row.
And now spits on that pitch. He's been a hot hitter, has very little to work with here. Takes that one the other way, going foul. And it just gets over the fence. Out of reach of Leiterman. Both times in this game, Gordon singled on the second pitch. This will be the 5th offering from Lawson. There it is. Another opposite way foul. This one could be playable. Runs up right into the pitching screen in the bullpen. So it cannot be caught by Leiterman or Badawi, or Garcia for that matter.
Yeah, that was right up against that pitchback, which is the bullpen fence, I guess you could call it. The catcher's protection down the right field bullpen line for the Pirates.
Yeah, no enclosed bullpen here at Ground Memorial for the road team for all its amenities. Another 2-2 pitch is hit over towards third. Diving play by Bell. Throw across the diamond. And look at that, Ryder Gordon in for his 3rd hit of game 2.
Not only that, he was ready to round second, and then thought better of it, straightened his running path out, and beat it out. So a good play by Mikey Bell to stop it, but just couldn't get the speedy Ryder Gordon, who has a 2-out hit.
His parents, of course, not watching this. They're watching in the stands. It's worth the trip already. 4 hits for Ryder and Fairbanks. As Jaquez hits that one up high into shallow right, it's caught for a 3rd out. So while Gordon gets aboard for the 3rd time in Game 2, Pirates can't score. It's still 1-1 after the top of the 6th inning. We'll be right back in a bit for the bottom of the 6th. And remember, you're watching Ventura County Pirates baseball on the VC Pirates YouTube channel. We're back in Fairbanks, still an even score here at Groudon Memorial Field between your Pirates and the Alaska Goldpanners. Mikey Bell leading things off for the home team against Cade Berry. Berry lets it go. That one is hit into right center field, going deep. Kearney giving chase, and it is just at the wall. A leadoff first pitch double for Mikey Bell, which could be huge in this 7-inning game.
Absolutely, a tie ball game, and Mikey Bell got every bit of that one. Sent it one hop the wall in just to the right of the 410 sign, or the Juneau, Alaska, the Alaskan flag logo in center field.
So now Bubba Rocha up in a huge spot, none out, man in scoring position. Berry throws backwards, and the Boo Birds come out at Groudon Memorial Field.
Yeah, they're joining the Seagulls.
I just saw a seagull, crossing across the diamond. What are you doing here in Fairbanks? Ocean nowhere near here.
Yeah, there's probably some good trash here.
First pitch from Berry is in the dirt, but blocked well by Brown. Of course, by dirt, I mean turf red infield area around the plate. So now Brown's going to have a chat with Berry. While they talk, I'll remind you that you can become a host family for the Ventura County Pirates if you call our GM George Renault. I'm just now realizing I don't have his number down on my paper, but I have it in my phone. It's 805-501-0470. Call him if you want to host a Pirate or Buck. 1-0 from Berry. It's driven the other way foul. This well-filled out crowd at Groudon Field starting to get loud in a pivotal moment. Only a bit more baseball stands to be played. Barry's 1-1 is in there. Great pitch by Barry, about as far inside as it could be, while still counting for strike 2. Barry deals low. Big time at bat for Bubba Rocha. Barry looks back twice, lets one go. Strike 3 swinging.
That was a beautiful pitch. Looked like it could have been a 12-6 curveball.
Rocha, absolutely befuddled, goes down for the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning. Logan Wimberly, the DH, coming up to the plate with huge cheers.
Yeah, he's a crowd favorite.
Of course, had an 11 pitch at bat last time up. Takes ball 1. Last time was against Mason Miles. First time he's faced Cade Barry.
Yeah, that's when Miles outlasted Wimberly in his final inning.
Another pitch at the ground. Wimberly and Williams did not make it an easy time, and same for Harrison Griffin. Sorry, Griffin Harrison. As 2-0 comes in, that one way in front of home plate.
That's when Brody Brown comes in real handy.
Crowd getting loud for 3-0. Barry deals and keeps himself alive. Home crowd hated that, but I thought it was in the right spot.
It was. It matches, well, at least Keegan's strike zone continues to be consistent. And that's all you can ask.
Now 3-1, and that one an easy call on the ground. Now the Goldpanners have first and second with 1 out.
Coming to the plate, Holt Williams.
Here's Big Holt Williams up in a massive spot for the Goldpanners. But with 1 out and a couple forces available, Pirates could get out of this thing quick.
And Aiden Melendrez is warming up down in the Pirate bullpen.
Barry to Williams. Far inside, but well blocked by Brody Brown yet again. Barry looks back, deals 1-0. Another one left in front of home plate. Barry's got to get rid of that because nobody's swinging at anything that's 10 feet in front of him. Nick Cardinal, the pitching coach, coming out to talk to the lefty.
And he wants a complete powwow on the mound.
I'll remind you during this pitching change that you can support the Ventura County Pirates and look good doing it by buying some gear. There's the red or black fitted hats like the players and coaches wear. They're available at every home game. You can stop by the press box and get yours for just $35. Also, the new VC Pirates t-shirts are available with their new logo on the back. That's in a men's crew cut style and women's V-neck style for $25. Kids style is $20. You can get them at the game or here at Fairbanks, Alaska, at Groudon Memorial Field.
Yeah, they're just to our right. Dennis Brown manning the t-shirt table.
We've got a little wave going on in the bleachers here at Groudon. So now it's a 2-0 lead for Holt Williams over Cade Berry with 1 out. Runners on first and second. That's Bell on second base and Wimberly on first. Berry's 2-0. Barely misses high and outside. The Goldpanners fans want this bad. As a 3-0 pitch finally gets in there.
Yeah, Williams taking all the way on that one. Infield back, not in. Would have been different, probably different if there was a runner at third.
Another from Berry. That one easily low. So Berry not really been able to find the plate a whole lot, and now the bases are loaded for the Goldpanners.
Hayden Melendrez just signaled down from the bullpen to the dugout that he's ready. But now here comes the local kid. Alex Garcia has a chance to be a hero, a hometown hero.
You can tell this place will go absolutely nuts if he does anything positive here. But it's Cade Berry's job to prevent that. First pitch to Garcia is a strike. Home fans living and dying on every pitch here at Groudon Memorial. Here's 0-1. Strike swinging.
Nice breaking ball by Berry. Infield looking for 2, with Gabe Juarez paying in on the cut of the grass. Juarez at third. Steps back a few, about 2 steps behind the bag.
Berry surely done after this inning. Goes 0-2. That one's hit up the middle and finds green grass. There's 1 run and a quick 2 throw at the home plate, and here's in 3-1. Panners over Pirates in the bottom of the 6th. Alex Garcia delights the home crowd.
Now he just put the bat on the ball, went with the pitch, and punched it into center field in front of Ethan Kearney. And the runners were off with a pitch and 2-run score.
Great base running by Logan Wimberly to sneak in for that 2nd run. Now Griffin Harrison up. First pitch to him is spiked.
Another one of those walks comes back to bite the Pirates.
Berry was quality in the 5th inning, kind of losing it here in the 6th. And as I say that, he hits Griffin Harrison. Obviously on accident, but the Goldpanners fans don't really care.
And Scott Murray coming out to the mound, so that'll be it for Cade Berry. Only lasts a third of an inning, but 6 batters. After going 1, 2, 3 in the fifth, just couldn't find the strike zone with one out, with 2 straight walks and then a 2-run single. So that'll bring on Aiden Melendrez, the 6', 180-pound sophomore from West Hills and Coalinga College. Melendrez in his second year with the Pirates.
So Melendrez setting up in a key spot. Pirates down 2. Again, this is a 7th inning game. So the Pirates' next chance at bat could be their last.
Well, all 3 runners on board for the Goldpanners belong to Cade Berry.
Because he's here, I don't want him to see that hit by pitch was brought by Golf.
So here's Jacob Badawi up against Melendrez with the bases loaded.
That was late. Jacob Badawi.
Goldpanners fans still cheering in full force. They want to end this thing. Melendrez deals. That one is popped sky high towards third base. Jaquez under it, has it for a second out.
How huge was that?
Really big. Badawi, obviously a talented hitter, leading off for a strong team like the Goldpanners. He's taken away quickly. Here's a guy who hasn't had a great day on offense. Hayden Iverson is 0 for 3, grounded out to Berry his last time up.
But boy, he sure made up for it with his glove.
And again, in a game that only 4 runs have scored, him saving that 1 run against Sean Mann and Ethan Kearney turned out to be really massive, even though it was back in the first inning. He's down early 0-1 to Melendrez.
That was a what could have been inning or play.
0-1 finds its way to the zone.
That came with 2 outs and Ethan Kearney at second base, and Sean Mann. Or that if that would have fallen in, it would have given the Pirates the early lead.
That one in for a called strike 3. Melendrez cleans up quick, but the Pirates fall to a 2-run deficit. 3-1 Alaska leads Ventura County. You're watching the VC Pirates YouTube channel. It's VC Pirates Baseball here in Fairbanks, Alaska. We'll be right back for the 7th inning in a minute.
last call for the Pirates here at the top of the 7th inning. Dylan Cook will be the pinch hitter for Brody Brown here in the top of the 7th inning. So Dylan Cook the very affable Mr. Cook, coming up from the VC Bucks, leading things off against Wade Lawson. First pitch to Cook is bounced in. So let's see if the Pirates can get off the mat here after giving up 2 runs. Next pitch, and that's low and away. And you know, if Dylan gets the right pitch, he can send it to the curling club.
He certainly can. Has a lot of power. And is overall just a good hang.
Swings and misses there, trying to get a 3-run home run. Down 3-1. Cade Berry went an inning and a third, gave up 2 runs on a hit. And this is tapped to shortstop. Look at Cook go, and he gets pulled off the bag, but just enough for Matt Leiterman to record the out.
You know, the man they call Moose, you'd expect him to find a home in Alaska, get on in his first plate appearance, but not quite. Great effort, but couldn't reach here in the pivotal 7th.
Missed it by that much. A great effort by Dylan Cook, and that brings up the top of the order. And Ethan Kearney, then followed by DJ Akayama against Wade Lawson, who came up in the top of the 5th with a runner on for Ryan Latchman.
And we've seen it before that Kearney plus Akiyama equals 2 runs. That's exactly what VC needs right now.
This is another tapper towards the mound, picked up by Lawson, and has no play. So an infield hit for Kearney. That's a second infield hit and his 3rd hit of this game. Also a stolen base.
That took just a devilish hop in front of Wade Lawson. Made it really tough. And now it looks like he might be done.
I doubt it. There's nobody warming up.
He's at least going to be checked on, although that contact is nothing really to worry about for the Goldpanners reliever. Just got kind of unlucky. A great bounce for Ethan Kearney gets him on.
And Dylan Cooks was a worm killer as well. So Ethan Kearney has had himself a day. He is 3 for 4 with a stolen base in this game and a double to lead things off in the first inning. Then in the first game, all he did was have 2 hits and a walk, so he was 2 for 3 and a run scored. So now Pat Keegan goes out, the home plate umpire, and says, let's break this up. I know you guys want to make dinner plans, but not right now. It's 9:04 here in Fairbanks, and it looks like it's what? Still looks like it's 2 in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's really
look
like
at the picture.
It's
It's a picture postcard in Fairbanks, Alaska. Again, thanks for joining us on this barnstorming tour. The Ventura County Pirates at Groden Memorial Stadium, and a big swing and a miss by DJ Akiyama, looking to tie things up with 1 swing.
Again, has the capability, but might want to just tone it down against a pitcher who's been really tricky for the Pirates so far.
The wind has actually changed directions as this one sits up the middle and through. Kearney stops and holds at second, probably a good idea. Good arm out there in Hayden Iverson. And with 1 out, there's 2 on for your cleanup hitter, or at least your 3rd hitter, and Gabe Juarez. Would be a cleanup hitter in most lineups, but this one was a solid base hit. Now let's see if Latchman gets somebody up in the Goldpanners bullpen. I don't see anybody moving around at all. This is Wade Lawson's mess to clean up for now with 1 out and 2 on. Runner not being held at first. This one's hit the other way and through into right field. Rounding third and coming home is Ethan Kearney, and going to third base and in is the would-be tying run, DJ Yakayama. But Gabe Juarez comes through, hits it off the end of the bat into right field, and we're one run away. The Pirates trail the Goldpanners 3-2 on Gabe Juarez's RBI single.
Juarez, another guy who's a little bit banged up for the Pirates, but thankfully for VC, he's back and in a big way. Getting that bat back in the lineup is huge. What a difference he makes.
And then DJ Yakayama using his speed to going from first to third, and there's the tying run for Sean Mann. And boy, if there was ever a kid that needed a break, here it is, and that was underneath the arms and definitely inside, and called strike one on Mann.
Mann's already been up twice with 2 outs, now in a massive spot with only 1 gone.
Now that sweeper fools Mann, and all of a sudden it's 0-2. Mann is 0 for 3, was on a fielder's choice and came around to score on the RBI single by Ryder Gordon to crack the goose egg. Runners at the corners. Sean Mann looks at strike 3.
That's Sean's second strikeout of the day. That one, even though it was just 3 pitches, really tough situation. Great by Wade Lawson to bring up Nick Matera.
Nick Matera coming up. Can do some damage here. Can tie the game up with a 2-out something. Fouls this one off. 0-1. Nick came up as a pinch hitter for Brandon Wynn in the 6th inning and bounced out to third. But DJ Akiyama, the tying run at third base, just 90 feet away. Breaking pitch, and that stays up. And it's 1-1 to Matera.
This would be just huge for Matera to break through on a trip that maybe he wasn't even supposed to go on. Has a chance to break through.
This is snagged, a backhanded throw, and throws out the runner at second base, and Gabe Juarez, and the ball game is over. So it took a terrific play at shortstop by Griffin Harrison to throw out Gabe Juarez to Alex Garcia, and that ends things here as the Goldpanners sweep the Ventura County Pirates 3-2 in the second game. So for the Goldpanners, 3 runs on 7 hits and no errors. For the Pirates, 2 runs on 9 hits. The winning pitcher would be Brandon Weiland. And the losing pitcher would be Cade Berry. Save goes to Wade Lawson. And that was a tough one.
It certainly was. 9 hits, only 2 runs. That's very indicative of what the Pirates have been seeing. Another thing is pitchers tailing off towards the end of their appearance. Mason Miles seemed to buck that trend with an excellent final inning there to get a huge strikeout, but it just kind of fell off towards the closing chapter of that one. A well-fought doubleheader for the Pirates, but they lose both to the Goldpanners.
Sure was. Both terrific games, especially this one, and can't wait to come back tomorrow to call game number 3. Do we have any details on that?
I believe it is at 7 o'clock local time, which means that it's at 8 o'clock over in California. So a primetime matchup that's, I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's
well, that would make it
Saturday night baseball.
Saturday night baseball.
You lose a sense of time up here in Alaska.
Just sense, period. But yeah, with this, it appears again like it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but it's what, going on 9? It's 9:10 right now, and this has just been a terrific time here, and we're going to come back and do this again tomorrow, and cheer on the Pirates for a win tomorrow. So for Alex Ramol and for everybody associated with the Pirates organization, George Freneau, Scott Murray, and everyone else supporting us. All of our sponsors, that's for sure. I want to thank them very much for helping us get up here and having a good time and bringing it all to you on the Ventura County Pirates YouTube channel. So once again, the final score from historic Groden Memorial Stadium. The Alaska Panhandlers defeat the Ventura County Pirates 3-2. Ventura County Pirates baseball is brought to you by The Answer is Yes and by WFG Insurance. Until tomorrow at 7 o'clock local time, 8 o'clock your time in Southern California. For Alex Ramel, I'm Lou Stowers saying so long.